Happy Sunday, everyone. It's kind of a gloomy, chilly Sunday here, but it's actually some really nice weather because I think it's going to get hotter later on. So today's story is really focused on two questions. And in some ways, it's kind of a piggyback on last week's video. So today I have two questions for you. And you don't have to answer them for me. All you have to do is answer them for yourself. And if you're brave enough, you'll do something with them. The first question is, how do you want to be different because you lived in the world? How will you let the experiences that you share, the experiences that you collect for yourself, how will the world impact you? Will you decide to chase something that you've been putting off for a long time because you always thought you had time, right? Well, today's day and age, none of us know how much time we have. And so I want you to think about how you are going to be different. How are you going to be impacted? How are you going to be influenced? What are you going to take away from the world around you? Sometimes we take it from observation. Sometimes we take it from experience. Sometimes we take it from learning or reading or just simple exposure to different ideas and perspectives. But how do you want to be different? This is where you start to become enlightened, where you sometimes have to go a little deep and kind of figure out, hey, how can I make this world better? How do I want to be different? Because the world out there needs me. That's question number one. Question number two might be a little bit easier. Question number two is, how do you want the world to be different because you lived in it? What kind of an impact do you want to make on this world? Who do you want to influence and why? Why does it matter that you influence people? How do you show up every single day? You know, again, we only have a limited amount of time. And so in order for us to really fulfill our potential, what we are born to do, we are going to have to understand and appreciate that we have a responsibility to impact the world in a positive, uplifting, meaningful way. What does that look like to you? Are you going to fight for the underdog? Are you going to stand up when you have an opportunity to speak up? Are you going to chase something that only you feel and only you see? So those are your two questions today. Today's message is relatively short. How do you want the world to be different because you lived in it? And how will you be different because you lived in the world? Sometimes that ebbs and flows. Sometimes we feel like all we're doing is observing, we're taking in information and we're reflecting on that and then determining how we're going to use that information to better ourselves. Other times we are outward. We are going ahead and we are sharing ourselves with other people. We are sharing our intellect or our gifts or our talents and things like that. But they go hand in hand. We can't always be giving and we can't always be receiving. We have to do both. We have to be willing to understand that we have a relationship with this world and that at any given time we can and shall influence it just as it shall influence us in our own regard. Until next Sunday, stay safe, stay indoors, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.